Thai riot police surrounded Bangkok's government house this morning. That's where thousands of protesters are still camped out after storming the compound to demand the resignation of Prime Minister Samak Sundaraved. A police spokesman says a few officers and protesters sustained minor injuries as police broke through the gates of the building. He says they were replacing officers who had been on duty since yesterday and did not intend to use force to disperse the protesters. Thai television says the Interior Minister will try to negotiate a resolution. However, Prime Minister Samak says he will starve them out. No food will be allowed to enter the compound, and to boost security, more officers from outer provinces will be deployed to Bangkok.
It's an order that no stress of any kind, no suppression of any kind. It's my order to him, soft and gentle. Ask them to come out. No weapon.
The Thai Premier warned that his government's tolerance was waning, but did not elaborate on what other measures were being considered to bring an end to the social unrest. He accused the People's Alliance for Democracy, or PAD, of going too far with this mass protest in Bangkok on Tuesday. The demonstrations included raids by protesters on state broadcaster MBT and some ministries. Meanwhile, the People's Alliance for Democracy says the protests at Government House will continue for 3 days. A spokesman told Thai newspaper The Nation that the PAD will step up pressure by cutting electricity and water supplies at key government installations. He threatened stronger measures if the government insists on clinging on to power. But they may have to do it without 5 of their leaders. Thai police are preparing to issue arrest warrants for Sondi Lim Thongkul, Chamlong Sirimwang, Pibop Thongchai, Somsak Khoisai Suk and Somkhyap Pongpaibun. They are suspected to have been involved in the raid on local TV station NBT yesterday. The warrants will cite charges such as illegal assembly, inciting unrest, and a bid to oust the government. A police spokesman says they have been gathering evidence against the PAD leaders since May 25th, and they will stick to proper procedures to apprehend them. A pre-dawn raid on the TV station saw the arrest of 85 protesters. They remain in police custody for questioning. To prevent further unrest, nearly 2,000 police officers have been mobilized from the provinces to beef up security in the capital and to clear the protesters. Channel News Asia's Indochina correspondent Anasuya Sanyal tells us whether arresting the PAD leaders will trigger more anger among the protesters.
Well, it certainly will trigger more anger among protesters, but whether it will compel any other people to join their ranks is doubtful. Many ordinary Thais were incredibly shocked and repelled at what happened yesterday, namely when PAD protesters stormed NBT, which is a Thai state-run broadcaster, forcing it off the air, taking some journalists hostage for a period of time. They found that to be a very, very aggressive and heavy-handed thing to do. So the public sentiment has actually turned quite against the PAD, but we'll have to wait for the events of today and whether those leaders get arrested to see what happens.